Hello dear friends, my name is Dr. Saif and today we will discuss about how to insert peripheral IV cannula under real-time ultrasound guidance. So ultrasound is a very useful device which can be used to guide various procedures inside the ICU and emergency department and operation theaters, etc. So peripheral IV cannulation is sometimes very difficult. In about one third of critically ill patients, peripheral IV cannulation seems to be difficult even with the expert hands. So the reasons could be obesity or peripheral limb edema or black skin and previous attempts and multiple punctures, thrombosed veins, severe hypovolemia and collapsed veins. So there are a lot of reasons for difficult IV access, and that is why real-time ultrasound guidance is very useful and has demonstrated a high success rate as high as 100% and decreasing the number of attempts and decreasing the complications related to attempts at IV cannulation, and thereby improving the satisfaction of patients and comfort level with the IV cannulation and decreasing the fear and concerns of IV cannulation among patients. So lot of advantages are there with ultrasound guidance in IV cannulation. And also it has been observed that it decreases the requirement of central venous catheter in patients who have difficult IV access, and thereby ultrasound guidance indirectly decreases the complications related to central venous catheterization in critically ill patients and in the patients who are in emergency department. So this is the anatomy of peripheral, the venous anatomy of upper limb, in which the preferred veins which are used for cannulations are the medial cubital vein most commonly, and in the forearm cephalic vein and basilic vein, and in the arm again the cephalic vein and basilic vein are used for cannulation, and sometimes deep brachial vein are used for cannulation with long catheters, okay, but not with the short catheters. So how do you do it? So you put a probe over the vein and direct the needle at 45 degree targeting the vein, and the probe which we use is the linear probe, which has high frequency and low wavelength and very commonly available with all ultrasound machines. And this is the approach. So we use two types of approaches while visualizing the vein or any vasculature, okay. So this is the first approach called out of plane approach or transverse approach, in which the vein is visualized as a circular anechoic thing, okay, and the needle will be seen inside if it is inside as a target sign. So the needle will be very echogenic inside the anechoic peripheral vein in the transverse section. While in the in-plane method or longitudinal method, you have to keep the long axis of ultrasound probe along the long axis of the vein. Thereby you are going to visualize the vein in the longitudinal section, okay, and hence you can guide your needle. You can see all shaft of the needle going through the subcutaneous tissue all the way towards the vein, okay. But there are advantages and disadvantages of each approach. I am not going into detail of these. You can read from various resources on websites and articles. So I will move forward. So what I am going to discuss today is the dynamic needle tip positioning. Many people do not understand the concept and the technique of the dynamic needle tip positioning. So what is dynamic needle tip positioning? Let's understand that first. So when we want to visualize the vein on ultrasound, the vein will appear on ultrasound view as a circular cross section of the vein, anechoic circular thing like this, okay, when the needle is not inside the vein. So as we advance the needle towards the vein at 45 degree, in the next stage it starts appearing as a echogenic mark. The tip of the needle will be appearing as the echogenic thing here. okay, compared to anechoic anechoic ultrasound things on ultrasound view. So what we do, we little bit move the needle tip forward to make the tip in the center of this vein on ultrasound view, and this is called target sign. So once the target sign is achieved, we move the ultrasound probe little bit 2 to 3 millimeter forward, and make the tip of the needle invisible, because the tip of the needle will be outside of the ultrasound view. Okay, so scan view. Then what we will do in the next stage, we will move the needle tip in the forward direction, in the direction of the probe movement, okay, the 2 to 3 millimeter, in such a manner that again the tip of the needle will be inside the vein and appearing as a target sign. Okay, then again we will move the probe forward by 2 to 3 millimeter in the direction of the course of the vein. In such a manner, again the needle will be absent, the tip of the needle will be absent in the ultrasound view, and we will keep repeating this process for 2 or 3 times, so that we ensure that the adequate length of the needle shaft is inside, about 2 to 3, 4 millimeter inside, and then we move the catheter over the needle. Okay, railroad the catheter over the needle and push the catheter inside the vein. So that is how we do it. And the important thing over here is to understand the dynamic movement of the needle and the probe, okay, one by one, to get the target sign, and then again disappearing the target sign. And by this thing we can actually achieve our cannulations.
बस हो गया, ठीक है,
लिखेगा यहाँ पर उधर से नहीं
पॉज कर दो, हो गया। चलो अच्छे से लेना है, this is a good way. This is good way. So we are going to put here only. Is collapsing and that is watery. नीचे वाली जो है. Put here only.
ऊपर वाला
Is collapsing and that is watery. नीचे वाली जो है watery है. हो गया. ये कैसे बोलते हैं टारगेट साइन?
टारगेट साइन
कैसे बोलते टारगेट साइन?
टारगेट साइन
और मैं काफ़ी आगे बढ़ता जा रहा हूँ, तो जब डिसअपियर हो जाती है नीडल तब तक बढ़ाते रहना। ये यहाँ पे बैक फ्लो आ गया, ये देखिए बैक फ्लो आ रहा है ना, कभी फ्लश कर देते हैं। ठीक से रख दे रहे हैं। मतलब निकाल देते चल कोई बात, ऊपर से वो टोनी के हटा।
I am very thankful to Dr. Azhar, Dr. Srishti, who are residents posted in COVID ICU and helped me in acquiring the images, and also ICU technicians Miss Mary and Miss Babita, and also ICU nurse Dipanjali, who helped me to shoot the video of the procedure. Thank you so much. And this video was shot at COVID ICU Trauma Center, RIMS Ranchi.